Hi, everyone. This is Mike. Just wanted to share some information regarding how our dues structure works. We often get questions on where your money goes to your union. So, want to make that more transparent for everyone. We're going to go over how much everyone pays, where do your dues go regarding the NEA, WEAC, and MTI, and also how do your dues benefit yourself and your union siblings. So, how much does everyone pay? So, we're going to break this down by job title. So, as you can see, everyone pays a little differently based off of what position you have in the district. So, salaried and hourly teachers, and when we say hourly teachers, we also mean like bilingual resource specialists, pay, the $96.27, $95.28 with different deductions. As you can see, clericals, EA, security, substitutes pay something significantly less, and that's because salaried and hourly teachers actually pay into WEAC and NEA, so the dues are a little bit higher. And we'll go over that in the next slides, but this is the breakdown. Also, just to note, these are for anyone with a full time employment, whether maxed hourly or full time FTE. If you are part time, your dues are scaled down depending on the percentage you work. Wanted to also show that dues have actually gone down over the last few years. These are the dues since 2011, 2012, so post Act 10. As you can see in 2011, 2012, in the teacher units, we were paying probably closer to 1100, 1150, and now it's closer, it's 960. So, and for the last 4 or 5 years, it's actually been pretty steady. Haven't made any changes to the dues, to the amount in dues. And as you can see in the other units, they've also gone down, whether it's going down a little slightly or going down significantly. We've either stayed the same or have gone down over the last 10 years. And I think that's important as we discuss future dues possibilities. So, where do your dues go? Now, this is the breakdown for annual dues for a salaried teacher. A reminder also, hourly teachers also pay into NEA and WEAC, but the other units do not. So that's again why the pay-ins are different. But for if you're a salary teacher full time, about a little over 50% goes to MTI. 3% goes to the Voters Political Action Committee. About 21% goes to the NEA, and about 23% goes to WEAC. So that's how it breaks down based off of percentages or totals for a given year. So, how do your dues benefit you and your union? Again, just want to say for salaried and hourly teachers, on the NEA level, you get legal protection up to $1 million on liability insurance, which I think comes in real handy in such a kind of litigious field that we're in. Also, what's really important to remember is that the NEA really funds a lot of our state and local initiatives. So, for example, MTI Centers at Kirimoto Vilov really does a great job in terms of really pushing in on our anti racism work and really giving our membership a huge chance to work on that and our equity work. A lot of that is funded through the NEA, as well as our summer organizing campaigns. The membership committee, led by Amy Turkowski, in the summer, as we are engaging potential members, whether they're new to the district or have never just dropped membership in the union, our summer organizing has really helped us, and that is also funded through the NEA. As well, it's also important to remember that the NEA advocates at a federal level with the Department of Education and legislators on issues such as student loan forgiveness and federal educational mandates that we're trying to confront as educators. As well as the NEA provides tools and resources for bargaining and professional development for social justice initiatives. The NEA has taken a strong stance over the last few years on anti racism work and supporting movements such as Black Lives Matter and the Leaders for Just Schools. So, for WEAC benefits, how do they benefit those who are members of WEAC? Well, MTI members' legal fees are covered by WEAC. And when we say all MTI members, we're talking about the hourly teachers and the salaried teacher units. Those legal fees are covered by WEAC. WEAC also provides state level advocacy with DPI and legislators. So, a perfect example of that is just recently, WEAC successfully campaigned for and got educator effectiveness and contact hour requirements to be waived this year due to COVID related issues that we were seeing across the entire state, and a lot of members were really pushing for that. And WEAC was able to successfully work with DPI in order to get those waivers into the hands of superintendents. WEAC also provides really essential ongoing professional development for organizing, and also does a lot of leadership development and a lot of support financially as well. As well as, it's really important to remember that WEAC is a great networking tool for building networks with locals across the state. I will speak personally as president. It's really helpful for me to understand what's going on in urban districts like Milwaukee and Green Bay that are similar to Madison, as well as understanding what's going on in suburban districts and rural districts across the state, because there's a lot of common issues we're seeing all the way around that we can advocate for more so at a state level. So, what are the benefits regarding MTI membership at the local level? Well, obviously, there is in building support for workplace issues that you will encounter on a day to day basis at your site, as well as district wide advocacy on a range of topics. You know, whether we're talking base wage and salaries to really pushing for safe working conditions, whether we're talking about COVID mitigation safety, or we're talking about emotional safety and physical safety regarding the BEP, as well as help mediate relational conflicts when and should they arise. MTI also has been really stepping up in terms of providing financial support for our members through the Solidarity Fund. Since COVID has hit in the last couple of years, MTI has increased the amount of loans, interest-free loans we have provided to members through the Solidarity Fund, as well as obviously the well-established sick bank to help those with really high needs when it comes to leave. Also, can't be discounted the camaraderie and emotional support for issues within the district, to know that you are not alone, especially during such a stressful and traumatic time for all educators. As well, MTI also provides a voice in local elections with the officials such as board members, city officials, county officials, and state officials who impact our work in our schools with our students. MTI also provides a whole range also on professional development, on professional and personal needs, whether that's financial planning, um, you know, working on social emotional work, or working on things such as anti racism and social justice initiatives. So, if you, after watching this video or listening to this video, if you still have questions, or you have comments, or you have ideas on how your union can be more fiscally responsible or fiscally progressive, please reach out to your MTI office. You have just as much of a say in how your union spends its money as anyone else does. Remember, the email is mti@madisonteachers.org. And also, please consider joining the Finance Committee. There's the Finance Committee meets quarterly. It's led by our treasurer, Andy Mayhall, and does a really good job trying to make sure that we are transparent and open and inclusive of all the needs of the members of your union. So until next time, stay safe out there, and solidarity.